Your life is like a train, and today we're going to talk about improving the health of your financial car. As you already know, we all have cars on our train. We all have 6 cars. Sometimes those cars are helpful and sometimes they're not if we're not taking care of them. This, for example, is a beautiful car, but it's a drawing, so it's not going to take me anywhere. This car is also gorgeous, but it's retired. It has no tracks. It's not going to move me anywhere. And this car has not been maintained and not been checked and taken care of. And so if I hook this car up to the rest of the cars on my train, then it's just going to derail all the cars and I'm going to be in serious trouble. What I want is all 6 of these cars lined up, healthy, on the same track, moving in the same direction and pulling their own load. And what we have here is these 6 cars, but they're not on the same track. They're not working together. And in fact, when we try to use our financial car, it just goes away because it's so unhealthy. Now, the health of our financial car doesn't mean we have lots of money. It just means that it's healthy and can support the rest of our cars and our life and help us to get where we're trying to go. In our first video on the financial car, these are the 8 indicators of financial health that we talked about. I wanted you to remind you of those. And I also wanted to remind you of the 3 labels that were used to evaluate each of these 3 cars. Today we're going to talk about what are 5 ways to improve your financial health. And again, you see the link at the bottom of this slide. You can watch this video again and see that link and click on it and access it for any research that you want to do. But the very first one here is do the math, net worth and personal budgets. And so I really want to encourage you that a lot of times people who are struggling with their financial health don't have a budget. And a budget is just a plan for how you're going to use your money. You look at how much is coming in and you look at what obligations you have that will take money out of that budget. And you look at what those obligations are so that you know what you're going to need to spend from the money that comes in. If you don't have a budget, then you have no way of monitoring what's coming in and what's going to go out to know if you even have enough to do things. And so it's really important that you have a budget. Also, if you are going to go work with a financial agency, a group to help you with your finances, very first thing they're going to ask you is what's coming in, what's your net worth, and what's going out. So you'll have to have that budget. The second thing is to manage lifestyle inflation. And this is really where we get to, oh, my neighbors have a new car. We want a new car too. Well, you may not need a new car and you may not have the money for a new car. So thinking about how you're going to manage that lifestyle inflation, comparing what you have to other folks, is an important part of this aspect of improving your financial health. Recognizing needs versus wants and spending mindfully. Being aware of what's really a need and what's really a want. And I'll give you a personal example. I have a car. I've had it for over 10 years. I have never loved it. I loved it on the lot, and I didn't love it as soon as I got it home. But I don't have the resources for a new car. So I keep driving the old car. And I will drive it. It's got over 100,000 miles on it now. And I will drive it until I have to have a new car. I have to have a new car. I need a new car. I want one now, but I don't need one now. My car is working perfectly fine. And so managing those needs versus wants is really important. And that's not easy to do all the time. Also start saving early. And working with families, I will say that how you save in your family right now is going to be what your kids believe they need to do with money. And so making sure that you're teaching them about saving. If you're someone who goes to church and you tithe, you have to teach them about tithing. That's a regular expense that you're going to take out of your budget. And so how you do those things is how they're going to think they need to do them. So make sure that you're teaching your kids about saving, whatever you decide you need to do, but having a savings account is critical because you're going to need to be able to take care of things that come on the fly. You're going to have an emergency fund, and that's an additional thing to your savings account. Now, sometimes they can support each other, but you've got to have a savings account and you've got to have an emergency fund because emergencies happen. So if you don't have a plan for what you're going to do when those emergencies show up, then you're going to struggle. Your finance car is not going to be as healthy as you need it to be. So as you already know, we want to use these 5 things so that we can help our finance car be strong and healthy so that it can be part of getting us where we want to go. And again, having a lot of money is not necessarily what a healthy finance car means. Having a healthy finance car will put you in a position of having more money because you'll use it more wisely. But just because you have extra money doesn't mean your finance car is healthy. I've created a resource for you to help you evaluate the health of each of your 6 cars. You can click on the post here and see the link and download the free no-risk resource. We've done this so that you have the opportunity at the beginning of 2021 to look at each of your cars and determine how healthy they are. We've also put 12 videos out on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And the reason we've done that is because there are two videos with current research on them for each of your 6 cars. Give you new ideas to think about as you're looking at going through this health assessment. If you have questions, let us know. I look forward to hearing about your success in 2021 based on your healthy 6 cars.